Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months since Victor Drake escaped the haunting depths of the Transylvanian castle. The memories of Elisabeta's seductive whispers lingered in his mind, a ghostly presence that refused to be exorcised. Victor tried to lose himself in the bright lights and deafening applause of the Hollywood scene, but the shadows of that forsaken castle trailed him like a relentless specter. Haunted by the echo of the piano's haunting melody, Victor struggled to find solace in the glamour of Tinseltown. His once celebrated performances now felt like hollow echoes of a life that had been forever altered. He tried to drown the memories in bottles of bourbon and the embrace of fleeting starlets, but no amount of excess could erase the indelible mark left by Elisabeta. One fateful night, as Victor stumbled out of a smoky nightclub, he felt a sudden chill that seemed to cut through the haze of his intoxicated stupor. A mysterious invitation had arrived at his doorstep earlier that day, a crimson envelope bearing no return address. In his inebriated state, Victor dismissed it as a prank or a fan's eccentric gesture. Yet, as he walked through the dimly lit streets, the unsettling feeling persisted. Against his better judgment, Victor found himself guided by an unseen force to a secluded mansion nestled in the Hollywood Hills. The grandeur of the estate rivaled the opulence of the Transylvanian castle, its looming silhouette against the moonlit sky evoking a sense of déjà vu. The crimson invitation, now clenched tightly in his trembling hand, seemed to pulse with a life of its own. The mansion's heavy oak door creaked open, revealing a shadowy figure cloaked in darkness. Victor hesitated at the threshold, a sense of foreboding gripping his heart. The figure spoke in a voice both familiar and haunting, "Welcome, Victor Drake, to my realm of shadows." As the door slammed shut behind him, Victor found himself standing in a grand ballroom bathed in an ethereal glow. The haunting melody of a piano filled the air, its notes echoing through the cavernous space. And there, at the piano, sat Elisabeta, a vision of beauty untouched by the passage of time. "I knew you would come," she murmured, her eyes aflame with an otherworldly passion. The countess rose gracefully, her movements fluid and hypnotic. "You cannot escape destiny, Victor. Our fates are entwined, and the shadows that cling to your soul are but echoes of the darkness we shared." Victor, torn between the allure of the supernatural and the rational instincts that screamed at him to flee, found himself ensnared once again by Elisabeta's enchanting presence. She spoke of a cosmic bond that transcended time, weaving a tale of star-crossed souls destined to dance through eternity. The mansion, a mirror of the Transylvanian castle, seemed to come alive with the ghosts of their shared history. As the night unfolded, Victor became lost in a surreal waltz with the countess, their footsteps echoing through the ballroom like a macabre heartbeat. Yet, in the depths of his soul, a glimmer of resistance flickered. The ghosts of Elisabeta's victims, their silent pleas for release, echoed in the recesses of his consciousness. In a moment of clarity, Victor confronted the apparition that held him captive. "I won't be your puppet," he declared, his voice trembling with newfound strength. "You may be a creature of the night, but I am a man with a choice." The countess, her eyes narrowing in a mix of rage and desperation, unleashed a tempest of supernatural fury. The mansion quaked, its walls groaning under the weight of centuries-old anguish. As Victor stood firm, a surge of energy surged within him, a force that seemed to transcend mortal limitations. In a climactic clash of wills, Victor faced Elisabeta and the vengeful spirit of her lost love. The mansion trembled, its foundations unraveling as the cosmic forces that bound them collided. The very fabric of reality seemed to warp and twist as the countess's enchantment unraveled. As the first light of dawn crept over the horizon, a blinding burst of energy consumed the ballroom. Victor, now free from the spectral chains that had bound him, emerged from the dissipating shadows. The mansion, once a bastion of supernatural power, crumbled into dust, its echoes silenced by the cleansing light of day. Victor Drake, battered but unbowed, stood amid the ruins, a survivor of a nightmare that had transcended the boundaries of time and space. The memories of Elisabeta and the haunted ballrooms lingered, but they now bore the weight of closure. The Hollywood Hills, once a surreal backdrop for a supernatural drama, returned to the mundane reality of city lights and star-studded sidewalks. As Victor walked away from the remnants of the mansion, a cool breeze carried away the lingering echoes of the past. The crimson envelope, now tattered and worn, slipped from his hand, its secrets forever lost in the winds of change. The actor, forever changed by the ordeal, stepped into the dawn of a new day, a man who had faced the darkness within and emerged, not unscathed, but free.